Hey everybody, it's Tamara Bernadette. I'm reminding you that it's never too late to begin again. So today I'm going to ask you a question. Is one of the reasons why you haven't moved into pursuing something different right now? Because we're getting older, and we think that things are from the past, that they're over, and you just don't know what to do. That maybe you've had a lot of different things you want to do. Maybe when you were younger, you tried this, you tried that, or maybe you thought about this and you thought this idea was good, but you're not sure. You got a whole bunch of things that you think you should do, but you're just not sure, and that's what keeps you paralyzed within yourself, and so you're not doing anything. So you keep spinning your wheels over and over and over, and you keep asking people, you keep interviewing people. And what I mean by that is you keep asking people what you should do. You keep asking other people's opinion about what they think you should do. Are you doing that? Well, no wonder you're confused. And I say that because I've done that. I did that for years. And part of it was I wanted to be validated. I wanted people to tell me what they thought I'd be good at, what they thought I would be successful at. I wanted other people to tell me what seemed like would be good for me. So I made a lot of mistakes. I did that for years. I did. I hate to say it. I hate to say that that's what I did. I did it for years, and I'm not happy about it, but I did. So I'm asking you, is that something that you're going through right now as you're interviewing people, you're interviewing relatives, friends? And I know you say, well, they know me pretty good. My parents know me pretty well. My siblings, they know me pretty well. My best friend, and that I've known for years, they know me pretty well. But nobody knows you better than you, because you might be good at many things. You might be good at many, many things, especially if you're a creative person, artistic person. You might be good at a lot of things because that's your makeup, that's your DNA. That you're very creative, and you can take something and make anything. You can make, or I should say that you can take anything and make something out of nothing, and you're very good at it. But it doesn't mean that that's going to be the thing that is your calling. That doesn't mean that that is what's going to fulfill you for the rest of your life. It doesn't mean that. And I think you know that. But you just assume that you're supposed to pick something within that. Maybe, I don't know. I, I don't want to say, well, I'll use myself for an example. I was really good at lots of different arts and crafts kinds of things, but I never wanted to really make a living out of it. I tried for a while, tried to do some arts and crafts, and I'll admit they were pretty good, but it didn't do anything for me. And the reason why is because that wasn't the core thing that was within me. I didn't know what it was yet, but I knew that that wasn't the thing that I needed for me. So I kept trying these different things, and they were creative, very artsy. I could paint, and I could do these really cool things. I could do murals. I could do a lot of different fun things, and drawing, and that kind of stuff. And I love it. And when I'm doing it, I feel really, really good. It feeds a part of me that I can't get elsewhere. But it doesn't fulfill me for something to do for the rest of my life. And I could not figure out what that thing was. And I remember telling my sister, now understand this, that there are different seasons in our life. Well, there's going to be things that we should be doing, and so we should be doing that. And then another season of our life, we might be doing this. And another season, we should be doing this. It doesn't mean that you're going to be doing the same thing all your life. It doesn't. It just means for this particular time of your life, this is what you should be doing. And so this one particular time is, oh gosh, my younger son is he's 25 now, so he was about, okay, so I'd say it was about 20 years ago. I was having a conversation with my sister. We were at work, and we worked at a school, and we were sitting in the parking lot, and I was just so frustrated. And she said, well, what's the matter? I said, I wish God would talk to me the way that he talks to you. And she said, what do you mean? He talks to you, he talks to everybody. I said, oh yeah, but he doesn't tell me things like he tells you. She says, well, what do you mean? I said, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. I know I'm working at the school, and I really like it. I like it a lot. I love working with the kids and so forth. And I love doing all these different things and so forth. I like it a lot, but I just don't this is not it for me and I don't know what to do. She said, have you prayed? I said, of course I have. And she said, well, what has God been telling you? He's been telling you something. I said, no, I promise you, he's not telling me anything. And she says, I promise you, he is talking to you. And she said, but do you spend time to listen? And I said, yeah, I do. She said, he hasn't said anything. I said, no, nothing. And she said, I just don't believe that. I mean, he said nothing. I said, no, the only thing that I hear is right. That's all I hear. That's all I hear. I don't hear anything else. He doesn't tell me anything to do. He just says right. And she said, he just says right? I said, yeah, he just says right. That's all I hear. That's all I hear. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That's all I hear. She just looked at me like this. And I'm like, what? What? What are you talking about? She said, and she just fell out laughing. She fell out laughing. And I said, what? She said, do you hear yourself? Did you hear what he did? You hear it? I said, hear what? What does he say to you? I said, I just hear right. She said, oh. I laughed so hard. Oh my gosh, I was crying. I was laughing so hard because I was like, oh. So, but that seemed too easy. It was too easy because that was like my dream. And I was like, God's not going to give me my dream? And he's not going to give me my dream. I mean, it's got to be more complicated than that. It's got to be something that, I'm not really that crazy about, or it's okay. And it just never occurred to me that he would give me my dream. Do you ever think that? Do you ever feel that way, that your dream might be just so huge? I mean, it was huge for me. But do you ever feel like your dream is just so huge, and if you ask God for it, that he's just not going to answer because it was just like it's too good to be true? Well, don't do what I did, unless you already have. I don't know. But the truth is, God is saying, and it says so in his word, whatever you have in mind to do, do it, because he's with you. Whatever you have in mind to do, do it. God's with you. So yeah, I had to learn very roundabout, because I was on this roller coaster craziness for quite a while. And I just kept saying to my sister, I wish he would talk to me. He doesn't talk to me like he talks to you, because he would lead her and just talk to her all the time. And she would tell me this stuff. And I was like, how come he doesn't talk to me like that? She goes, yeah, he talks to you. I'm like, no. So, of course, that wasn't the end of the story. I still made it more complicated because where my head was at the time. But eventually I did start writing because, he gave it back to me. I wanted to write years and years ago. And then I stopped. And I thought I was doing the right thing, because I put more focus on that than anything. But anyway, so I got my writing and I began to write again. And I wrote a couple books. And I was very excited. So when I became a published author, I was thrilled. That was a dream that I had from many years ago, and it happened. So it can happen for you. And that was that season of my life. And I'm still writing. I still write. But the thing is that part, it's part that season that I went through is part of what I do now. It's part of the whole thing of what I do now. So it's not just one thing, but it's part of who I am. And that brings me joy, because what I realized, the bottom line of everything that I wanted to do was I wanted to help people. So doing my little arts and crafts and things like that, for me, it was self-serving. And I didn't want to do anything that was self-serving. I wanted to do something that was going to help people. And I've always felt that way. And I just didn't know how my art could help other people. I just didn't see it. And so the art became something that I like to do for myself. It's a therapy for me. It's for me to be able to get in contact or get within myself and spend some quality time with myself so it can ease my mind and that kind of thing. So that's what art does for me. And for some other people, it might be cooking. For other people, it might be sewing. A lot of people, it's gardening. So whatever it is. But anyway, what I'm saying is, Whatever you feel is in your heart, trust that. And stop taking inventory. Stop asking everybody. Stop taking inventory. Stop interviewing people and getting their opinion because you know. So whatever you have in mind to do, my dear, do it because God's with you. And he's going to help you achieve that dream because it's always been there. Trust it and trust him. Okay. So anyway, that's it. And I want to thank you again. And again, please subscribe and like. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.